Hey guys, Bob here. Tonight we're having smothered pork chops, and I thought to myself, what goes great with smothered pork chops? Oh wait, white cabbage. So anyway, this is kind of a southern recipe that a little different than a normal southern recipe, but still nonetheless southern recipe. So what we have here is cabbage, some really thick sliced bacon, some minced garlic, some seasoned salt, some onions, and some sausage. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm cooking and rendering down some of the bacon here in this cast iron pot. And I'll show you what that looks like once it's rendered, and I'll show you how to put it all together. So come on and join me. So the first thing we're going to do, guys, is render some of this fat out of this. This is thick cut bacon, by the way, guys. Failed to mention that, sorry. Anyway, we're not going to cook this all the way down through. What we're looking for is that fat. Now, let me tell you about something that they won't tell you in any of the fried cabbage videos that I came across. You're not going to need all that fat. What's going to happen if you render this down and use all that fat with that cabbage? You're going to have a very greasy, yuck tasting cabbage. You don't need all that grease. So keep that in mind, and I'll show you how much bacon fat I take and render out of this. As you can see, this is starting to render down using a wooden spoon. If you use a metal, you're going to scrape some of the metal off into your food. You don't want that. So use a wooden spoon inside a metal pan. So as you can see, slowly but surely, this is on medium. We're just going to render this down a little more, and then I'll show you what to add next. Alright, as you can see, this is pretty rendered out. So what we're going to do is take the bacon out, we're going to drain it, and I'm going to show you how much to dump off of this grease. Alright, as you can see, that's what I took out. Drained it all off. There's about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease in here. That's about all you're going to need. So what we're going to do now is heat up the pan. We're going to start adding our onions, and after that we're going to start adding our sausage and render some of the flavoring out of that. Alright, so here we go. Put our onions in, put our sausage in, and we're going to start rendering this down. Alright, we're going to start rendering this down. Get some of this fat out of this sausage. Alright, we're going to add our bacon back in. Everybody going in the tub. Now we start adding our cabbage. I'm turning the heat down a little, and we're going to start wilting this cabbage. Alright, as you see, it's starting to wilt down here a little bit, guys. So now we're going to add the rest of our cabbage. down the lid. Make sure your heat is down on low. Keep an eye on the pot. So we're going to let this down, we're going to brown it a little bit, and then I'll taste it and see if it needs to be seasoned. Alright, that's what you should be looking for. Nice and brownish color, not burnt, soft. Guys, you can season this pretty much any way you want to. I lightly season it with a little bit of salt and some black pepper. And then when we serve this, I usually serve it with hot sauce. So there you go. There is your fried cabbage, Southern style. And we'll see you in the next cooking vlog. Have a great day. Alright, so we're going to start our smothered pork chop. So what we did is 2 big onions sliced, and we're going to caramelize these very, very slowly. And then once they're caramelized, we'll sear our pork chops both sides. We will put the onions back in, we'll add a little bit of broth, and then we'll finish them off in the oven. Alright, we are searing our big, thick cut pork chops, both sides. Then we're going to add the onions back in, get a little flavoring to it, and then we are going to finish off in the oven. Alright, so we seared our pork chops, we had our flavoring, we added some garlic, salt, not much. Added the onions back in it, about a 2/3 cup of water. So what we're going to do now is top this, put it in the oven, and let it finish off. Okay, there is your pork chops out of the oven. So what we're going to do is take the pork chops out and put them on a plate, cover it over in aluminum foil just to let them rest. And then we're going to thicken up this onion concoction, and I'll show you how to plate it. Alright, so what we're going to do, guys, this is going to get reduced by about half, and then we're going to put a cornstarch slurry in this to thicken it up, and then I'll show you how to put this whole meal together. Okay guys, there is your smothered pork chops with caramelized onions, your fried cabbage with onions and sausage, and homemade macaroni cheese, and to wash it down, big old can of cheer wine. So we will see you in the next cooking vlog, guys. Have a great day.